Hi, Makeup Geeks. I have kind of a personal video for you guys today, and I know I don't do these a lot because I will be totally honest, it's very hard for me sometimes to do personal videos because it's kind of that vulnerability. It's hard for me to make myself vulnerable because I'm one of those women where it's like I try to be the strong woman, I'm confident, and I've got a lot going on, which I do, but I don't like to have those videos where it makes me vulnerable, but I realize that I need to do these sometimes because there's so many of you out there that go through the same things I do, and it's nice to have someone to kind of relate to and let you know that you're not alone. And so this is a video I've wanted to do for, why am I getting already teary-eyed? Oh my gosh. So the video I wanted to do for a long time because it's something very close to my heart, and I've tried to tape it several times, but it didn't come out how I wanted it to, and I want it to be just genuine. I want it to get through the camera and help you guys realize that I really mean this from the heart. And this is something I'm so passionate about, is helping women feel beautiful. That's why I have Makeup Geek. That's why I do these videos. That's my whole underlying thing. It's not even just the makeup part. It's just I really want women to feel beautiful, because I know that some days it's hard to feel that way. Jeez, why am I crying? This is so embarrassing. Anyways, I have 3 tips today on how to feel pretty in an ugly world. My story, I've been overweight since I was 7, and I've always been known as the fat girl with a pretty face. And I know that sounds so horrible, and there's been so many people throughout my past who would just say, "Oh, you have such a pretty face." And they thought that was a compliment, but I already knew what they were getting at. They're like, "Oh, you have a pretty face, but the rest of you is crap." And it really started to affect my self-esteem, and I have been made fun of, since I was a kid. I got called bubble butt, fatty, Miss Piggy. I was made fun of a lot because I was a chunky kid. And so over time, that did really affect my self-esteem all the way up to adulthood pretty much. Now is the most confident I felt just because I'm in my 30s, I know who I am, and I have busted my butt to lose a lot of weight. I lost 125 pounds, for those of you who don't know my story. I still have about 20 left to lose. I'm not like skinny by no means. I'm still technically overweight. But just with that alone, I worked so hard to get to this point. I feel more confident now. But to be honest, there still are several days where I feel like the fat girl, or I feel like I look in the mirror and I'm just like, ugh, I'm getting older, or I don't like this about myself. And from the emails I've gotten from you guys, I know you're in the exact same position. I've gotten so many emails from girls saying, I've been with a boyfriend who's called me different names, or I've been, so overweight I don't even like to go out. What have you done to try to get through that? And those emails are just so heart-wrenching for me, because it's like, oh, I know what you're going through, and I wish I could just give you a big hug in person and tell you that it's going to be okay and you're not alone. But some things that I do to help with my confidence, because sometimes I still struggle with this too, is to focus on your strong points. Every single woman has something about her that is beautiful. You may have gorgeous hair, you may have a great set of legs, you may have a great rack, you may have beautiful eyes or lips. Every woman has something about her that is beautiful, and you have to focus on that. For me personally, I like my eyes and my lips, and I like my small waist. And so that's why I've actually done a lot with makeup. I love to play with makeup because it focuses on what I feel I like most about myself, and that's, my eyes, my lips, and stuff. And so that's why I even do these videos, because I like to focus on what makes me feel good. But on the other hand, I don't like my chunky legs. I'll even show you guys. I have no problem. It's like, at this point, it is what it is. God made me this way. I have to accept that. And I've come to terms with that. But I'll show you guys. So a couple tips for me is, I have chunky legs, and I have, kind of a chunky butt too. But what I do is I wear skirts that are very loose fitting here, or I wear maxi dresses a lot, and then I always wear a belt here at the waist to kind of emphasize what I do like, which is my waist. And then, I love to do stuff with the makeup to focus on those features. My legs aren't my strongest point, so you'll never see me in a short skirt. You'll never see me with, totally bare legs or whatever, because it's not my strong point. I know that. And so when I look in the mirror, I'm like, okay, you have great features, Marlena, or you have a small waist. I focus my energy on that and ignore the stuff about me that may not be perfect. Secondly, realize that you're not alone. I don't care if you're Kim Kardashian or Halle Berry or whatever celebrity, if you sit them one-on-one and ask them what they don't like about themselves, they will still give you a list of things that they don't like. Every woman has insecurities, but how you deal with it and knowing that you're not alone is how you're going to get through it. So just realize, I don't care how pretty you are, realize that every single woman is in that same boat with you. We just all are like very tricky on how we show that. And I think if we realize that, we wouldn't be so hard on each other. I feel like women, I hate to say this, are the cattiest and put out the most hate out of anyone. I don't know why we do that, but it really needs to stop because it's just damaging all of us. I feel like we need to spend more time lifting each other up. And I think part of that comes from our own insecurities. Like the women who most are mean to other people, I think, have insecurities, so they try to bounce it off of other people. And so if you are in those shoes where you have someone saying crap to you all the time, trying to put you down, stop and realize that that person probably just has a lot of insecurities. It's not you, it's them that have the things they need to deal with. And I think going with it in that mindset, at least for me, has helped me a little bit, because I do get hate quite a bit. And I stop and you're like, you know what, this person I'm sure has things about them they don't like as well, and I think that's why they're saying this to me. And it kind of helps me get through it a little bit easier. Do things that make you happy. So for me, I know this sounds so stupid, every single day I do something that makes me happy. When I'm happy with my life and what's going on, in turn, I feel more pretty and more confident. And I also like to travel. So anytime I travel, I love it. It makes me happy. I love getting out and getting some sunshine. When I am happy with things around me, I just automatically feel pretty and confident. And so I think that's a great tip, is to every day do something, go somewhere, buy something, whatever you have to do that makes you happy. It will in turn make you feel pretty as well. So that's my tips that I really hope comes across true to you guys. I hope it helps you too. You're not alone. I'm in the same situation with you. And my message, I'm trying not to get too Oprah on it, but if we can just stop saying comments to other women and lift each other up instead, and just make it a point every day to say something nice to another woman, whether you know her or not. Like, that's one thing I will say I'm good at. I stop strangers all the time. Oh, I love your hair, or I love your dress today. I do that on purpose because I know that that woman probably hasn't heard anything positive today. I think she's probably heard more things about her that people may not like, and sometimes they just need to hear something nice. And so I try to make it a point to do that, and I think that's what we all should do, is focus on lifting each other up instead of tearing each other down. So enough of my soapbox. I'm going to quit blabbing. But I really do hope you guys are doing great. And, I'd love to read your comments below on things that have helped you guys too, because I think it would be a great support system if we all could kind of be in this together. So that's my thoughts anyways. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.